What do you think of when you hear the word Fortnite? Do you physically cringe at the thought of 9-year-olds flossing around a Cactus Jack concert as they chant about how much they love the game? Do you roll your eyes, thinking about how many characters have been ruined by the game due to its collaborations with other IPs? Perhaps you tremble at the idea of how many V-Bucks you spend in the game like my brother, who must have spent well over 500 bucks throughout the course of his mission to get every emote and skin. He failed, by the way. Or maybe you remember how much you hate the game because of how popular it got, and can't understand that people could like something you don't. That one hit a little too close to home? I digress. Whether you feel any of these ways or not, I think that Fortnite lives in infamy in the minds of far too many people. I mean, sure, I get that it might be a meme to dog on the game a bit, but still, from where I'm sitting, the game seems to get far more flack than it deserves. Especially when you look at everything it's managed to accomplish and change. Today, I want to take a look at Fortnite, and not just review the game, but review why Fortnite is a landmark in gaming. Let's drop into it. The year is 2017, and the gaming industry is in one of the most anti-consumer places it's ever been in. Loot boxes and microtransactions run amok, as nearly every company rushes to incorporate them into their games by whatever means necessary. With unfinished $60 games locking content behind more paywalls becoming the norm, the gaming community begins to fight back. And as gamers continue to grow more unhappy, more defiant, and even take things to the next level with legal cases beginning to develop.
Can I ask you, both companies, do you consider loot boxes to be an ethical feature of your games?
Well, first, we don't call them loot boxes. I think that was
whatever term you wish to apply to them, do you consider them ethical?
So what we look at as surprise mechanics.
Something had to give. Enter Fortnite. Hardly known back then with its PvE mode, Fortnite's popularity really rose from the perfect storm. Concocted by the loot box and microtransaction mess, with a good helping of that Battle Royale craze going around at the time, Fortnite's Battle Royale brought their name into the limelight. Launching as a free-to-play mode from its Save the World counterpart, people took to the new Battle Royale for, if nothing else, because it was a new, free Battle Royale. However, people would later stay for something more: Fortnite itself. Fortnite truly was a breath of fresh air, offering a colorful and personality-rich world that was a nice contrast to how dark things had been getting in the gaming industry at the time. Fortnite's take on the Battle Royale genre was inspired, with a solid foundation and new gameplay mechanic to make it truly stand out. Yet, despite how fun and unique the gameplay was, Fortnite's developers truly realized their success would be short-lived if they didn't do something with it. You see, there was a problem that had long been facing the Battle Royale genre, and it's an issue that still plagues it to this day: replayability. There's only so many times you can play a BR and spawn die before you eventually have enough and quit, regardless of how good it might be. Using the resources, Fortnite developers Epic Games decided to capitalize on their success with the addition of the Battle Pass, a revolutionary new microtransaction model that provided players with a way to progress and earn new rewards, and a way for developers to make money without having to hustle their player base. The response to the new model was overwhelmingly positive, as gamers are more than happy to spend their money in an entry-level fee towards progression in items that they knew they would get so long as they worked for it, especially when compared to the gamble of loot boxes. To give you an idea of how successful this Battle Pass model was, just look around at every game ever these days and see what they're doing. You wouldn't see a change like that unless something was going good on their end. Still, the Battle Pass system was a good compromise between developers and consumers that Fortnite was instrumental in. But it doesn't stop there. Fortnite's influence would continue to be felt, as the developers continued to push past what had become the norm in the industry for so long. Developers taking too long to update or fix a game? No longer. Fortnite blew the expectations gamers had for the developer responsiveness out of the water, by keeping in contact with their community weekly, if not daily. There's a reason Fortnite's lived so long, despite the longevity issues the genre suffers from. It's through their willingness to change, update, and adapt that they've managed to keep their gaming community so alive and engaged. Want to play with your friends but they're on other platforms? Don't sweat it. While Fortnite didn't pioneer the idea of crossplay, it certainly helped it by bringing the idea to the attention of so many. Fortnite pushed to make this possible and became one of the first big titles to break down barriers and allow people to connect regardless of their platform of choice. Speaking of breaking down barriers, can we just talk about how crazy it is that we have properties like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Halo, and God of War all in the same game? Interactions and collaborations only in our wildest dreams have been made a reality, and it's all thanks to Fortnite. They may not be in the same medium everybody wants them to be in, but the fact that it was all still made possible is incredible. And it's all this, really. The way it revolutionized the microtransaction system that had been ruining gaming for so long, the fact that it offered gamers a free place to play and connect with others in a way we never thought would happen, how it made itself bigger through its collaborations with other IPs, and through it all, made itself better by paying attention to its community and taking care of it. The Fortnite truly changed the expectations people had for games going forward. Sure, there were missteps along the way, no game is perfect. In fact, I don't think Fortnite was really all that amazing of a game. It's a solid third-person shooter with an exceptional build mechanic that mostly fixes the defense issue I feel most BRs have. I'm of course talking about how most people camp because they don't want to be exposed and killed instantly the second they move out from cover. With Fortnite you can just build it. Regardless, Fortnite's got just enough interesting and fun items and mechanics that allow the game to break free of standard battle royale tropes and put the game's scenarios into a category of its own. It's a 7 out of 10 game that occasionally hits up to that 8 out of 10 range. But it's through its accomplishments, its triumphs, and its changes, its revolutions, that Fortnite has managed to become something more than the sum of its parts. Its reach is something that shouldn't be understated or ignored, but celebrated and remembered. The game has truly changed the game for the better, as moving here on out, we'll expect more, we'll expect better, thanks to Fortnite. Thank you, Fortnite. Let's drop into it.